Hey guys, welcome to another video, and today we're going to talk about me loving Star Wars. Well, more like my Star Wars book collection that I have. Oh yeah, if you're new, welcome to the channel. Please feel free to subscribe. Hope you guys enjoy my content. So, if you see my YouTube channels, especially within the past year, you will know I'm a huge Star Wars nut. I got multiple different lightsabers, including one that lights up with Sasha Pocket that I got 3 years ago at Disney World in Florida. This is awesome. In real life, my lips will get chopped off, but I don't care right now. Yeah, it just gets a lightsaber. No, wait. So, this video isn't really me trying to promote how many lightsabers I got, which I got about 10, but that's how much I love Star Wars. So today is about how I have like books, like my Star Wars books, which this is Mysteries of the Jedi, and this just goes into some of the process of kind of lets you know more about the Jedi Order, and if I can find it, little bios about some of the characters, like Yoda, and who else? Trying to find some, and Anakin Skywalker, and who else? That's Luke Skywalker, Plo Koon, Mace Windu. This was before, this came out before Lucasfilms got bought out by Disney. I'm a huge Star Wars nut. My favorite Star Wars book is Kenobi, because that takes place in between Revenge of the Sith and Rogue One, or No Hope, whatever movie you want to refer to, and it just shows you how it, like for Obi-Wan, to live as a Jedi, to learn to live as a hermit crab, pretty much hiding his Jedi abilities in front of the public, fearing that it would cause Luke Skywalker, which was an infant at the time, danger, and whoever Obi-Wan might bring into his life, which also that book shows how he adopted the name Ben, that we later see in A New Hope, which shall always be canon for me. I don't care if it's considered Legends officially. To me, it will always be canon, because that's literally my favorite book in the Star Wars universe in general. So I showed you this, which I own, and then this, the Jedi Path, and I told you this kind of shows you some stuff about the Jedi Order. This kind of goes more into depth. This, like, it shows you why, like, the Jedi of the prequels did not love. Like, it was forbidden for the Jedi to love, and it shows the Jedi trials and what you have to do in order to pass the Jedi trials to go into knighthood, and transcending deaths, different Jedi sanctions, the 3 pillars of the Jedi, which I'll look up, which is the Force discipline, self-discipline, and the Force. No, sorry, it's knowledge. Yeah, the 3 Jedi pillars, the 3 pillars of the Jedi, the Force, knowledge, and self-discipline. And it shows you the attire, the normal Jedi attire, and if you're not like of the human species per se, what you do if you can't really wear the typical tunics, this is what you will wear, this little sash. Really fascinating. So this gives you a really good introduction of the Jedi Order, how they thought and whatnot, and then the Sith. kind of like this, kind of takes you into the Sith order, into detail, fair amount of detail, and I liked it. Like, it shows you the Chosen One thing, and the rule of two, and where the title Darth came from, and stuff like that, and how to transcend death, and how to live forever, whatever. At least Darth Plagueis knows of how to live forever, stuff like that. And then the Rebel Files was this book. It takes place in the OG trilogy, so it has notes of the rebellion, not the resistance, because that's slightly different. But it takes notes from the rebels that fought in the Galactic Empire Wars. And speaking of the Empire, the Imperial Handbook, which talk like with the Jedi Path, Book of Sith, the Rebel Files, this gives you kind of like in-depth look of how the Empire works in Star Wars, which is awesome. And the Bounty Hunter Guide, which Bounty Hunters like Boba Fett, Jango Fett, Bosk, Greedo, Nala Minora, that really tall, really thin girl that has like the ponytail, that's mostly Boba has a ponytail. I think her name is Aura Singh, and like on Hondo as well. They follow the Bounty Hunter guide as well. They have Fett Boba, Boss Danger. And the cool part about it, each book has their own comments, so yeah, I'm using this, but the exception of this one, each book has its own comments, so the Bounty Hunter Code, the Imperial Handbook, the Rebel Files, the Book of Sith, and the Jedi's Path are all in one series. And I like it. This is debatably my favorite Star Wars series in like book forms, cause and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. With these 5 books, it takes you into depth of each thing that is titled: the Bounty Hunters, the Empire, the Rebellion against the Empire, the Sith, and the Jedi. And it's really interesting. The only thing I wish in this, little series is that, Grey Jedi gets their own book. Now, Grey Jedi, they aren't exactly Jedi, but they aren't exactly Sith. The Sith rely on the dark side of the Force. The Jedi tries to focus more on the light side of the Force, but the Grey Jedi kind of chooses in between. Ahsoka Tano, Anakin Skywalker's apprentice, was first a Jedi, which so happens some of her comments are in this book. There's one that says, it's Yoda saying, because I'm going to read this Yoda's comment saying, "Remember, Master Fei, I do, for when I was a mere youngling. Good it is to hear her voice again through these words." And then Ahsoka writes, "Yoda was a youngling?" And it's about the Jedi Code. The Jedi Code is: there is no emotion, there is peace. There is no ignorance, there is knowledge. There is no passion, there is serenity. There is no chaos, there is harmony. There is no death, there is the Force. And, the Sith Code is something different, which I kind of wish I was more prepared, I would have definitely of grabbed the Sith code and then the Grey Jedi code, which I'll make a separate video of the Jedi, Sith, and Grey Jedi codes. But I want to see a Grey Jedi book, and the thing is, I was bringing up Ahsoka Tano. Ahsoka Tano, she was a Jedi. She fought in the Clone Wars. Then she was expelled from the Jedi Order because she was set up. Something she didn't do. She was cleared of that because she kind of, with her at the help of Anakin Skywalker, helped prove her innocence. The Jedi Order allowed her to come back in. She practically says, "Screw you guys. You guys shouldn't have expelled me from the Jedi Order to begin with." By Felicia's. And then when we see her again in the Rebels, her blades are not green anymore, or blue, from how season 7 looks. Her blades are blue now, not green. So they changed colors from green/blue to white in Rebels. And usually white blades are signify you as, I guess, as a Grey Jedi. And if I remember correctly, white bladed lightsabers are meant to symbolize balance. That you have balance. The good and the dark. And I know the red lightsabers, the Sith sabers, the color, which is red, stands for, oh, you're tough. Primo is fear, dominance. Forgot what green and blue and purple lightsabers blades mean. The golden lightsabers, back when the Jedi Order was around in the prequels, means that you're like a Jedi guard, which you'll have a mask. Nobody will see. The temple guard. I think that's what they're called, the temple guard. But yeah, I wish they had a Grey Jedi book. I mean, it still could happen. But, you know, I kind of want a Grey Jedi book. Oh, here we go. Master Jedi Guardians carry a blue lightsaber to show solidarity. I'm getting this from the Jedi Path. And then for green-bladed lightsabers, a Jedi Counselor. Wait, so blue-bladed lightsabers. Jedi with blue-bladed lightsabers typically are Jedi Guardians, and blue lightsabers show solidarity. People you see with green lightsabers usually are Jedi Counselors, which I might make another video with each set. But it says, a Jedi Counselor uses words and wits to resolve conflicts. And I forget if they... Doesn't say what green stands for, to be honest. But it says Jedi Sentinel. Jedi Sentinel has this, striking a balance between guardians and counselors. So the counselors are more like diplomat, and the guardians is, if you prefer heroics, be in the front lines. So it's pretty much Obi-Wan Kenobi and Anakin Skywalker are Jedi Guardians, practically. Yeah, so this book series is cool. The Rebel Files and the Imperial Handbook are my two latest books in this collection. I advise you guys to get all of these out if you are a massive Star Wars nut as I am. And yeah, I kind of have put some tape on this Jedi Path book because I read this so many times. And that's the thing. I feel like each time I read all these 5 books, I get something new out of each group. I get a new thing out of the Jedi when I read the Jedi Path of Sith with the Book of Sith and the other three subjects. But like I said, since they did a book about the Jedi and the Sith, which both has centuries around the light and the dark side of the Force, it'd be cool to see the Grey Jedi era. Like the Grey Jedi is getting touched upon this series. I think it would be fascinating because I would be interested in learning more about the Grey Jedi. I really would, because the Jedi Path, Book of Sith, Rebel Files, the Imperial Handbook, and the Bounty Hunter Code are very educational and to learn about the Jedi, the Sith, the Rebels, the Empire, and the Bounty Hunters. It's very educational. It enhances my love for Star Wars, and when I go back to see the 11 Star Wars movies, if I choose to, well, 10 if you exclude the Han Solo movie, 10, then yeah, it does enhance more of my movie experience for when I see the movies, because now I got more knowledge of each religion per se, religion or army, whatever. The rebellion and the empire are more like armies. The bounty hunters, Sith, and Jedi are more religions. So, with knowing more about each group, I have better understanding, or better appreciation for Star Wars. So, like I said, if you guys are into Star Wars as much as I am, I don't think they even sell these books anymore. This book, The Mysteries of the Jedi, anymore. But I like it because this is more visual than this book. But this takes more detail and more information than this book per se. I mean, there are similarities like the Jedi ranks and stuff, but like I said, this is good if you want kind of like a light touch of knowledge of the Jedi Order. If you're a massive Star Wars fan as me, and even if you don't like big of a fan of reading, if you're a huge Star Wars fan, I advise you guys reading these: the Jedi Path, the Book of Sith, the Rebel Files, the Imperial Handbook, the Bounty Hunter Code. Handbook. The Bounty Hunter Code, sorry. I promise you guys you will enjoy those 5 books, and the one area where I do hope whoever made these 5 books, I do hope that they do touch over the Great Jedi, because like I said, I'm really fascinated to know how the Great Jedi lives, and their codes, and their mindset, like I pretty much learned from with the Jedi, the Sith, and Empire, or Darth Sidious's Empire, the rebellion against the Empire, and the Bounty Hunters with these 5 books. And yeah, I get new things out of every single time I read these 5 books. And the characters that they have commented in these books, like in the Jedi Path, the people that I commented in the Jedi Path are Yoda, them, Cerulean, which is I think Count Dooku's Jedi them, Cerulean received the book when he was a child, Dooku, them's Padawan. So Dooku was first Tham's Padawan. Then I guess he later became Yoda's Padawan. But Yoda, then Dooku, before he was Count Dooku, Qui-Gon Jinn, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Anakin Skywalker, Ahsoka Tano, and then when Order 66 happened, Darth Sidious took over the book, and then Luke Skywalker all placed their comments in here. But not only in the Jedi Path, but there are some characters that they have comment in these books, like as side notes. And like I mentioned earlier with Yoda, making that comment saying Yoda was a youngling. Even in these texts, they stay true to the characters, and I enjoy that. It means more respect to the characters than Rian Johnson had to like Luke Skywalker, and I can feel the people behind this book series are true Star Wars fans. I really do, and like I said, I want a Grey Jedi book. Whoever makes this series, and whatever book you guys decide to come out next with, I'm buying it. That's how much I love this series. And this is coming from a person who does exactly a mind reading, but it's not a big fan of reading. So I can read these books, like, I've read each book at least, well, these I got like a few months ago, so at least 30 times. These I read at least 100 times. So that should be saying something. Anyways, just wanted to make a random Star Wars video. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give this a thumbs up. And I'll see you guys soon. And yeah, of course, with